Our lead story tonight, well, now there's an Operation Lotus happening in the opposition. This time in Goa, where the BJP government is in power, but today wiped out the opposition with 8 of 11 Congress MLAs crossing over to join the BJP. This was led by the leader of opposition and ex-Congress Chief Minister Digambar Kamat. And with 8 of 11 MLAs crossing over, it means the anti-defection law doesn't apply and the BJP just got much stronger in the state.
The photo op that marks the success of Goa's latest Operation Lotus, 8 of 11 Congress MLAs joining the BJP, including ex-CM Digambar Kamat, and North Goa strongman Michael Lobo and his wife Delilah.
The stage for this was set in July when Lobo and Kamat, they were all set to cross over, but that time they were short on numbers to avoid anti-defection law. But now with 8 MLAs, they avoid disqualification.
5 months ago, Kamat and Lobo were among the Goa Congress candidates who, in the presence of Rahul Gandhi, pledged in temples, mosques and churches not to defect. Now the tune is different.
I have gone back to the temple. I have asked the god and the goddess that this is in my mind, what I should do. We have a system of taking prasads. Then God said, you go ahead, don't worry.
We have taken an oath in Mahalakshmi before the temple, and we have asked that keep us together, and all of us have given a vow.
That pledge.
Yeah, all of us have given a vow that we will stand by the party no matter what is the result.
We have joined Bharatiya Janata Party to strengthen the hands of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Ji Modi, आमचो चीफ मिनिस्टर गोयचो डॉक्टर प्रमोद सावंत याचे हात स्ट्रॉंग करपाक आनी ती आमी हिंगासर आयज गोंयान सुरवात केल्ली आहा की काँग्रेस छोडो आनी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जोडो.
The BJP Jodo Bab seems to be aimed at Congress leadership in the middle of its Bharat Jodo Yatra hit by a mass defection in Goa. The latest Operation Lotus comes despite the BJP and its allies already in a majority in Goa with 25 MLAs, 5 over the halfway mark. Now with 8 more, there are 33 in the 40-member Goa Assembly, the opposition down to just 7. In 2019, 15 of the 17 Congress MLAs had crossed over to BJP. Now it's action replay 3 years later. Is Goa going to be Congress Mukt? Bureau Report, NDTV.
Well, the big international story, Prime Minister Modi will leave tomorrow for Samarkand in Uzbekistan for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. It's now confirmed he will meet Russia's President Putin on Friday. And Maha, also China's Xi today in Kazakhstan before he heads there to Uzbekistan. What is the big headlines likely to be out of this summit?
The big headline is likely to be the fact that leaders who are perceived largely as anti-West, apart from, of course, India that has taken a neutral stand and shares a good relationship both with Russia on the one hand and the Western countries on the other hand, and a country like Uzbekistan. The rest of the countries and leaders, if you see, from the Russian President Vladimir Putin to Chinese President Xi Jinping, the Iranian President is also here. It will be the newest SCO member when the decision is made in Samarkand, all very vocal against America. So America will and the Western world will be carefully and keenly watching what comes out through this SCO summit. However, Uzbekistan says that we want no conflict. We don't want any controversy. We want in this era when we are seeing so much conflict to send out a message that sitting together and holding a dialogue can improve the situation across the world and the global order, the world in flux that we are seeing at this point. But for India, from India's perspective, the meeting with Vladimir Putin that Prime Minister Modi will have is certainly going to be important because Russia has already said it is going to also discuss India's UNSC presidency. Now, India is going to be chair of UNSC in December, just before its 2-year tenure at UNSC ends. And that is the time that G7's idea and decision of price cap on Russian oil will also kick off. So certainly that conversation between India and Russia over that aspect is going to be important, whether they want to raise it at the UN platform. The other keenly watched meeting, if any, will be if Prime Minister Modi meets Xi Jinping. What is the reaction going to be from both the sides? This will be the first time they will come face to face after the Eastern Ladakh conflict started. In fact, the meeting with if any, with Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is also keenly watched at the moment.
Right, Maha. So important diplomatic tightrope there. And also, of course, for President Putin, as Ukraine is getting back lost territory from Russia. So extremely interesting time there. Well, let's just go across to now our newsmaker on NDTV, as we are joined by the man who led the exodus of Congress MLAs to the BJP in Goa. That's Digambar Kamat. Saurabh Shukla is with him. Saurabh, I mean, the fact that Digambar Kamat left the Congress, he was a trusted stalwart of the Congress party, leader of the opposition, has just walked across to the BJP and has just returned from a temple. Tell us more.
Absolutely. Sir, you have just returned from the temple. What made you leave Congress today?
Where is the Congress leadership? Last 5 years. Is there any leadership for the Congress? In 2017, we got here 17 plus 1, 18 seats after the elections. And we wanted 3 or 4 seats for forming the government. We could not form the government because leadership was not taking any decision. Same thing in 2022. All 17 MLAs had deserted the party out of 18. I was the only MLA who contested. I led the party from the front. I still believe that if it was not me, it would have a serious more problems for the party. They would not have won even 11 seats. We got 11 seats. And then you say, they suddenly changed me from the position of leader of opposition.
The Congress is saying that they made you leader of opposition. They made you chief minister as well.
They didn't make me chief minister. They made me chief minister because there was a fight between two people. They made me the chief minister. I gave justice to that post. I led the coalition government with NCP independence and gave a stable government for 5 years, which everybody admits, and a good governance. Not like that. I tried to concentrate on good governance. Even when in 2000,
Saurabh, if I could also just ask, Saurabh, if I could just ask Mr. Kamat that point that he just returned from the temple, as you said, but why did he then go at that time with Rahul Gandhi and take a pledge in temples, churches, mosques? Why did they do that then? What happened to that promise? Also, what does he think of this timing while Rahul Gandhi is on a Bharat Jodo Yatra?
So Congress has to introspect. What is going wrong?
Sir, this is the timing where Rahul Gandhi is leading Bharat Jodo Yatra. And at the time when Congress is trying to strengthen the leadership in the country, you have left.
See, by doing Bharat Jodo Yatra, do you think Congress will be strengthened? Will it fetch votes for the party? Today, what you require is good setup organization. Where is the organization in the Congress party today? What was the Congress organization 15 years? I was the chief minister of the party. I have seen how the organization functioned during this time, how the decisions were taken. Today, where is decision? No consultation. When they changed me as the leader of opposition, did they have one courtesy to call me to Delhi and discuss with me?
It was not discussed with you.
Nothing
so
was discussed.
Now a lot of people, Congress is saying that before the election, you went with Rahul Gandhi to Mahalakshmi temple. You took oath.
Rahul Gandhi did not accompany me to Mahalakshmi temple. That is a false thing.
You did not take oath?
No, we didn't take oath. We went to Mahalakshmi temple and Pandit ji cited some oath which we repeated, saying that we will remain with the party. Now, when the circumstance in Goa, we have a system of taking prasads. You go to Zamolin temple, where I went today. You go to Mahalakshmi temple. Whenever, supposing I want to do some construction, I go to the temple and I'll ask the God whether I should take this project. Well, if it will be successful, I will take. If God says, yes, go ahead, then only I will take. And God says, no, don't go ahead, I leave that project. So similarly, when such circumstances come, we go, there is a system. Today, if you want to go, you go tomorrow morning to Zambolim and see how many people are there.
You went to the God today?
I didn't go to the God. I went to the God 3-4 months back when my workers told me that this is not a time for you now anymore to stay in Congress. We will not work for the Congress. The way they have humiliated you, we are not going to support the party and support you if you remain in Congress. So I had no other option.
You've spoken with the God 3-4 months
I had
back.
taken this prasad God said same. I went to Mahalakshmi Devi. Mahalakshmi
God has
Devi
spoken with you.
spoke. We have a system of putting flowers.
Okay.
Spoke means we don't communicate with the God through flowers. There are flowers on the left side, flowers on the right side. Panditji interprets each flower.
Okay.
So like that I went to Mahalakshmi
Signal.
Devi.
Signal
Yeah,
from the
Mahalakshmi Devi. I told her the fact. I told Panditji, this is the fact. Ask Devi what I should do. If she says go ahead, I will go ahead. If she says don't go ahead, you stay here, I will stay.
Now, what is future course of action? What has Pramod Sawant promised you? Are you going to be a minister
I
in
have
his
not
government?
been promised by anything, by anybody. I am a senior most leader in the state today. I have worked in BJP. I was the first of the 4 MLAs who got elected on BJP. I had given a good administration when even I was the minister in
Sort
the
of,
BJP
what
government.
we could
And
also,
there is no question. Top
sort of, I
leadership
saw
knows me
Mr.
personally.
Kamat saying there that he got a
Everybody knows
signal
me.
from
So I have
God
left
to join
my
the
faith
BJP,
to the
but the
central
AAP,
leadership of
AAP has
I
tweeted
have
today
not
that,
asked for
see, this
anything.
shows
I
that the
will not
only
ask for
opposition to the BJP is AAP, that if you elect a Congress MLA, means you have voted for a future BJP MLA. Will this give, with the end of the opposition, Congress opposition in Goa, will this mean AAP is the real contender against the BJP?
Very interesting question from Sonia. Sonia is saying that Aam Aadmi Party today issued a statement saying that if you are voting for Congress, then you are voting for BJP. Because today 8 MLAs have joined BJP. People have voted for Congress. So now only opposition to BJP is Aam Aadmi Party in Goa. What do you have to say about it?
No, that's what I said. Congress should introspect. Why this is happening? Nobody is introspecting. By doing yatras, you don't introspect. You sit together with the senior leaders. They should introspect why people are leaving us. Person like Ghulam Nabi Azad is leaving the party, writing 5-page letter. What it indicates? Then you start blaming him. What is this? Now I have left, they'll start blaming me. They don't have courtesy. Now their central leader came to Goa last time after this crisis. They didn't have courtesy. You want to call me, come and meet me, and you expect me to be still in the party?
Saurabh, thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
I have got elected from Margam for 8 times.
Saurabh, thanks very much for getting that
continuously.
exclusive.
Thank you,
with
sir.
Mr. Digambar Kamat. Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, Mr. Kamat. Thanks very much. Let's just go across the other big political headlines, and that's West Bengal, where this shocking video has emerged of a police van being actually set on fire by a man in an orange t-shirt, lighting it with a matchstick. The BJP says this is not them. They say they couldn't even get past the barricades, that this is being done to defame them. But today, TMC General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee, who went to the hospital to meet the police officers who were injured, says that they had patience. He would have shot these people in the head.
Devojit Chatterjee, an assistant commissioner with the Kolkata police, fractured his arm as these men beat him with sticks. He has been admitted to the state-run SSKM hospital.
আমি দেবজিৎ বাবুকে বললাম যে আমি আপনাকে স্যালুট জানাই যে আপনি কিছু করেননি। আপনার জায়গায় যদি আমি থাকতাম আর আমার সামনে যদি পুলিশের গাড়িতে আগুন জ্বলতো বা এইভাবে পুলিশের উপর আক্রমণ হতো, আমি এখানে শুট করতাম মাথার উপরে।
4 men have been arrested overnight in connection with cases registered after the violence in Kolkata yesterday. The Kolkata police claim the 4 men arrested were involved in Tuesday's violence, including the attack and assault on an assistant commissioner and the burning of a police car. The police also say they were part of the protests organized by the BJP. The torching of a police vehicle has become a central point of the BJP's protest in Kolkata, with videos being shared by the Congress showing how it was vandalized and a man lighting the fire up close. The Trinamool Congress, which has been at the receiving end of criticism for breakdown of law and order, now looking to turn the tables on the BJP. Mamata Banerjee blames the BJP for the violence.
কিন্তু এটা কখনো হতে পারে না যে ট্রেন ভাড়া করে এমনকি বাইরের বর্ডারে অন্যান্য রাজ্যের লোকও নিয়ে এসে ইনসাইড রেলওয়ে ঢুকে যাচ্ছে, ওটা রেলওয়ে প্রপার্টির মধ্যে বলে, ওখান থেকে ব্রিক বিল্ডিং করছে, ওখান থেকে বোমা মারছে, ওখান থেকে গন্ডগোল করছে।
The BJP claims conspiracy, saying it wasn't us, even though the visuals tell a different story.
आप देखते थे जिस तरीके से वहां घेराबंदी थी, क्या संभव था कि ढेला लेकर के लोग अटैक करेंगे?
Tuesday was yet another flashpoint between the BJP and the TMC over the BJP's protests that turned violent. And this time around, it's the BJP which is facing allegations that it usually makes against the Trinamool Congress, while the ruling party says the BJP is trying to destabilize Bengal because it hasn't been able to win electorally. With camera person GD Shankar in Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Moving now to our special focus on NDTV, the lumpy skin disease which is killing thousands of cattle across India. The worst hit is Rajasthan, where the majority of cattle has actually died. You can see dead cows' bodies out on the streets, and Maharashtra and many other states, Gujarat as well. Vaccination drives have begun, but is that enough? Let's go across live now to Rohit in Rajasthan and Sohit in Maharashtra. Rohit is in Bikaner. Rohit, tell us what's happening there.
It's a total state of confusion right now in Bikaner and other parts of Rajasthan, because there's no medication available. Right now I'm standing in a gaushala outside Bikaner, and you can see the cows in their dire condition. These cows are almost in their last stage, and the problem is nobody knows how to treat it, and the problem doesn't end here. They don't know how to cater the medical treatment, plus after the death of bovine, how to dispose of the body. And just to tell you the figure which we are getting from the Rajasthan government is that says around just over 1 million cows have been infected by this disease, and around 51,000 or more than 51,000 have been they suffered and died because of this disease. But the real number is much more bigger. Let me just talk to one Gaushala manager here. आपको क्या लगता है यहाँ पर जो आंकड़े आ रहे हैं 50,000 के आसपास बता रहे हैं मृत्यु हुई है पूरे राजस्थान में, ये आंकड़े आपको लगता है कि सही है?
बीकानेर में पूरे जोन में 15 से 20,000 गायों की डेथ हो रही है।
डेली हो रही है?
पर डे
15 से 20,000 गाय मर रही है
बीकानेर जोन में हो रही है। हमारे यहाँ पे जोड़बीड़ में अभी एक देखा वो कम से 5 से 10,000 गायें पड़ी है वहाँ पे। प्रशासन का कोई नहीं है उस पे, और गायों को रखने की सबसे बड़ी समस्या है कि डेड होने के बाद गाय रखेगा। हमने हमारी तरफ से विशेष पर्सनल सुविधा की है हमारी गोचर ने कि हम गोचर में पीछे जेसीसी भी खोते, गायों का बाकायदा सम्मान के साथ उनका राशन का गंगा जल डाल के नमक डाल के उनको समाधि करते हैं।
और अगर ट्रीटमेंट की बात करूं तो क्या इस समय आप लोगों को कोई वैक्सीन अवेलेबल है जो गोट पॉक्स वैक्सीन बताई जा रही है कि देने के लिए?
नहीं सर, वैक्सीन कोई अवेलेबल नहीं है। अभी सिम्टम्स से ही कर रहे हैं, जैसे बुखार आ रहा है तो
गोट पॉक्स भी नहीं मिला अभी आपको? सरकार की तरफ से गोट पॉक्स अवेलेबल हुई थी?
नहीं।
So you can see no proper medical plan or medical support from the government, and there's a double whammy for the owners of these cows, because these are the local cows, not the hybrid or crossbreed ones. So they have lost their cow animal, and the second thing, they are not getting any compensation or any kind of support from the government has not been announced yet.
And the numbers are shocking.
So you can understand
how bad the situation is. The official figures,
the number is very shocking.
Only 43,000.
I myself have witnessed the dead bodies.
So that really, let me just go across to Maharashtra, because it's clear the overall India estimates seem much less when you're reporting from the ground. If these people are saying so many cows are dying just at Bikaner. Sohit, what is the situation in Ahmednagar in Maharashtra?
Well, Sonia, if compared to Rajasthan or other state, it seems like conditions are better. But yes, even here, the farmers are facing a lot of issues. If you see, this is one of the cows that is affected from lumpy diseases, lumpy virus. And what is being done is, such cows are kept at a distance from the other in the cattle so that the others are not affected. In Ahmednagar itself, as of now, 14 cattle have died. 71 villages are impacted. Vaccination, however, if compared to other states, I went to a hilltop in Maharashtra's Ahmednagar, where I saw that even at the hilltop, the vaccination is happening. So as of now, that is something that is a bit of relief for the farmers. I am joined by the farmer who has 2 of his cows that are affected by the lumpy virus, and one of the biggest concern is that because of this virus, the production of milk has come low, and also it is continuously rising. So although it won't be at the stage of say Rajasthan, but yes, things are getting bad. He speaks only in Marathi, so I'll translate. I'll just ask him 2 questions. तुमचा इथे सर्वात अगोदर आला होता, त्याच्यानंतर गावात पण झालाय आणि दुधाची जे उत्पादन आहे त्याच्यात पण कमी आली आहे का?
हो, कमी येते ना दुधात. त्यांना हो, दुधाचं उत्पादन कमी करत आहे.
आणि गावात अगोदर तुमच्याकडे आला होता हे लंपी व्हायरस?
हो, आमच्याकडे आधी आला.
आणि त्याच्यानंतर अजूनकडे होत आहे का?
दुसरीकडे पण चालू आहे.
हां. So he is saying
1-2 ठिकाणी चालू आहे.
He is saying that while there has been a drop in the production of milk, the other thing is that this virus is also spreading, and that is the reason now awareness campaign is being started by the government. At the same time, what the government is also doing is like, if there is this virus that is happening over here, a radius of 5 kilometers is selected, and this is considered as the epicenter, and all the cattle at the 5 kilometer radius are being vaccinated. So this
an
is what
isolation
is being done.
system there.
But there are a lot of farmers.
Yes, so of course it remains ironic. I mean, one is how many people know about this, but it's ironic in a country where the cow is worshipped, that we see across state governments, whether it's BJP or Congress, the actual livelihood issue of farmers and compensation is still not being looked into, and of course of safeguarding these cows. Thanks so much, Sohit and Rohit, for joining me. A quick look at other news. Well, the Supreme Court has accepted a proposed amendment in the Board of Cricket Control of India's constitution of a cooling off period. This benefits the current Board of Control, Cricket Control's management, which is the President, Sourav Ganguly, and the BCCI Secretary, Jay Shah. So this means that their tenure can be extended. Their tenure had ended last month. Well, as we end tonight, we leave you with the latest live pictures of Queen Elizabeth's coffin, which is now in the Palace of Westminster, brought there from her home of decades, Buckingham Palace. Radhika joins us now live. And Radhika, of course, we now know that President Draupadi Murmu will be attending the funeral on behalf of India. Tell us what the whole plans are for the funeral in the first step of that final journey beginning today.
That's right. President Murmu will be joining, representing India, and like her, over 100 presidents, state of heads will be attending the funeral. It's likely to be a global event, and Britain and sources in the royal family say that it's going to be an event or a send-off like no other. It is going to be unprecedented. And why not? Because we saw the kind of affection that people have, and quite intriguing because even after several sort of incidents that have come out from the royal family's sort of corridors, we have seen the kind of affection people have shared even now on this day as the Queen makes her last journey from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall, just behind me at the Palace of Westminster, where she will be lying in state for the next 4 days. People will be allowed to make make a visit, pay their last respects, and just after which on the 19th,
everyone was watching also today.
Right across.
Yes, and of course what everyone is also watching today was King Charles walking there with both his sons, William and Harry. But interestingly, both Harry and Prince Andrew were not in military uniform. So that's also something which the optics are being watched very closely.
Yes, indeed. It was only Prince William who was wearing the military uniform. Now also Prince of Wales, as he gets his new title. Just here at Westminster Abbey, another very historic location where in fact the Queen got married several years ago to Prince Philip, will be where the final funeral will take place. It will start at 11 o'clock. And like I said, Sonia, the security arrangements are absolutely unprecedented, fully tightened, and it's going to be a ceremony where rehearsals are on. And over the next 4 days, we know that from here in Westminster Hall, all the way up to Southwark, which is nearly 5 miles away, there's going to be queues of people who are going to stay put in London from various parts of the United Kingdom to pay their last respects. And obviously, all of that all of those details we saw during this procession just a while ago will be noted very carefully. Signals being sent out on what's in store and what's ahead for the royal family.
Thanks so much. But of course, King Charles also making headlines for all the wrong reasons. The latest outburst, this time over a leaking pen.
I just had a bit. Is it September 12th? 13, sir. Oh God, I'm the wrong date there. 13? Yes, sir.
You said 12 earlier.
Where did I go to 12? I was something 10. Oh God, I hate this.
Oh look, it's going everywhere. Hang on. So nobody got it wrong.
Where is the man?
Oh look, it's everywhere.
Can't bear this bloody thing. What we do is everyone's stinking.